Good morning. Happy Sunday. Today is the day that the sun governs, and the sun is currently at the 14th degree of Gemini. So the 14th degree is the degree that governs ecstasy. And ecstasy really is just the creative process. It's our relationship to light, our relationship to creation, our relationship to this full human experience. And we might not think of it as ecstasy, but we are in a constant state of creation, and we are at all times in relationship with like, for lack of a better word, the multi-dimension, right? Which is within you. It's not something that's external. So you are always in relationship with your breath and your beating heart and your eyes and your skin and the environment and your senses. You're always in relationship with, your organs and your thoughts, and all of that stuff is all happening at one time. And you don't even realize it, but it's happening right now. It's all happening. Your blood is rushing through your veins, and your heart is beating, and you're breathing, and you have 7 fucking trillion cells that are organizing themselves so that you can exist. And that is ecstasy. Like, you are the expression of ecstasy. And so literally with Gemini, with the sun in Gemini, it's about our relationship to light. That's exactly what the sun in Gemini is about, our relationship to light. And it's about the story you tell about your experience, right? The story you're telling about it. So are you saying, oh, I'm tired, I don't have enough of this is wrong, they did that, blah, 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 blah. That is the story you're telling about your experience of all these things occurring. Or are you like, this is amazing, I get to have these experiences and these sensations, and I'm connected to the divine, and everything works out. That is the story you're telling, right? So whatever's in all the things in between, you could be telling a story about everything being perfect, whatever it is, whatever story you cast is what you're going to experience. And how, not only is that what you're going to experience, but the story you tell is telling your energy how to function. You are giving yourself information and how you want to function. And so whatever story you tell, you're creating momentum, and then that story has to come. Stop it, my cat. Literally yesterday she bit me on the toe, which was so hilarious. She didn't mean to. She just got so excited. But whatever story you're telling yourself is the story that is coming into existence, because you are telling the universe what you desire. So this is why it's very important for us to understand what we really desire. Because most of what we desire is based upon sort of like this immediate egoic kind of understanding and mindset that's usually based in lack. It's not based in who we really are, that we are in relationship to the divine, that we are connected to God, that we are the expression of the divine. Like, when you understand that you are the expression of the divine, you are connected and sourced by God, then what is it that you desire? Which is not the same as, I need to pay my rent, or I have to pay my mortgage, or my kids need this, or, I want to fall in love, I need a partner, I need to lose 10 pounds, I need more money. Those two are not the same, right? And one of them speaks to our scarcity, and the other one speaks to our truth, and to the abundance and the truth of who we really are. So what story are you telling yourself? What story are you telling yourself about your life? And do you understand how that story within it is a seed of desire? Within your story is a seed of desire. And it's important for you to be in the details, because Gemini is about the details. It's important for you to be in the details of your reality, right? Because when you leave anything for chance, and as I say this, it feels overwhelming because I know that we weren't taught to be in the details of our reality. We were taught to kind of just go along, to get along. We weren't taught that you need to get really clear about who you are so that you can express the way that only you can express. We were taught that everybody does this on Mondays, and so we all function this way. And in that, the details get swept away. They get overlooked. Your individuality, your uniqueness gets ignored. And that is the very thing that is required for you to be who you're here to be at this time. And so you have to remove the distractions, the things that are distracting you. You have to remove the things that are distracting you from who you really are, right? And I know for me, the things that would distract me from who I really am were like, oh, I'm 35 and I don't have this yet. I have friends who like comparing myself. Codependence was distracting. Not having faith. Living in disappointment and fear was distracting. Those things distracted me from understanding my true identity. So, what else distracted me? What else distracted me was, trying to live up to my family's ideas of what I should be. Trying to deny the trauma and the pain and the suffering that was going on inside of me, trying to deny it because I should look tough. I should be stronger. I don't want anybody to know. Like those things really were distractions. Those things really were distractions from what was really within me. And so we have to create safe spaces to be able to face ourselves, to be able to be with ourselves so that we can decipher what is good and what is bad, what stays and what goes. And when you do it following the sun, following the energy of the sun, and literally the universe will do it for you. You don't have to work hard. The universe will do this the universe is doing it constantly all the time. Wherever the sun is a way for you to sort of regulate yourself with a new mindset, with a new way of being. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's happening already. My cat, Ma'at, just ate Osset's food. Ma'at, I know that you ate Osset's food. Look at her. Let me look. It's okay. She ran. She ran. She's hilarious. Okay, so when you understand that your becoming is already aligned to like a universal system and you don't have to reinvent the wheel, it makes it easy. So, for instance, right now, you guys will see that I posted on my page a video of a man talking about the Supreme Court making it impossible for people who have been wrongfully convicted to get out of jail. So like if they pick you up, right, like if you're wrongfully convicted, you have no pathway to be exonerated because you are innocent. Now, so this is the evidence of a system that is losing its power, attempting to hold its grip. And the reason it's doing so, because people are waking up. They're waking up to a greater consciousness, another understanding of their own humanity. And so the need is to plant fear. But here's where we are in our own humanity. This is the thing. When we begin to think and understand who we are and our connection, to source energy. I'm so mad at her. When we begin to understand our connection to source energy, stop it. Don't do that. Thank you. When we begin to understand our connection to source energy and understand that source energy is always providing a map for us to express our highest forms of light, freedom, joy, truth. It's always available. It's always available. And when you're not accessing it, it is because you are in the old ways of being. You are in the limited mindset, which is anchored in capitalism, imperialism, predatory practices, separation, racism, classism. All of those ways of being go against nature. They go against the natural flow of the universe, which is abundance, love, freedom, truth, light, all of that. And so many of us have been indoctrinated and conditioned in the old ways because it was just what was available. It's just what was available, right? No, we don't need to feel bad about it. We don't need to judge ourselves. We don't need to do anything other than understanding we were taught what was available, and we did our best to align ourselves to it because it was what was there. That's it, right? And now there's something else available. There's something else available because the old system is dying. And as the old system dies, it will attempt to exert its power. It will attempt to reach for those closest who are still holding on to the old way of being. And what I'm telling you is that the natural laws of the universe are in place to lead you to freedom. The natural laws. You don't even really have to fucking do anything. You really don't, except get in alignment with what the universe is offering, what the universe is saying. And even if you're in the same, this is the thing that's fucking tricky about this universe and that we don't understand. Consciousness is the highest power here. Consciousness. It is not what we actually physically see in the 3D reality. That is not the highest power. So that is why 10 people can be in the same environment, having what looks like the same experience, but they will perceive it differently according to their consciousness, according to their frequency and vibration. So it doesn't matter where you physically are. It really does not. It seems like it does, though. That's the thing that they understand, that we are more captivated by our physical minds, by what we see, than we are by our senses, what we don't see. So that's why they keep playing on the physical experience to scare us. But the physical experience does not matter. It doesn't matter where you are in your physical body. It only matters where you are in your mindset, right? So two people can be standing next to one another and be in two fucking different realities. Does this make sense? If it makes sense, please give me some hearts, because if it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to talk about it. Because this is the kind of shit that sounds crazy. That sounds like it's too trippy. It's too whatever, right? Okay, so no hearts, so it doesn't make sense. So I won't talk about it. So just know, okay, your consciousness is the purveyor of your reality. It doesn't matter where you physically are. It matters what you know. It matters what you know. And if you know you're one with God, if you know that nothing can come nigh your dwelling place, if you know that you're safe and held, if you know that you are loved, if you know that you're surrounded by ancestors, somebody can come and just gun violence everywhere, bullets everywhere. You will not be touched. You will not be touched. And this is why you have to get your consciousness in order, because this reality is coming undone. And the people who are believing in this reality are losing their shit. They're grabbing power. It's a free-for-all. But if your consciousness is right, you will walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and you will fear no evil, because the light is with you and nothing can touch you. Get your house in order. Get your house in order. It's time. The old reality is over with. You are generating your reality. Your consciousness is your vehicle. Your consciousness is your vehicle. Your consciousness is your ink pen. Your consciousness is the creator of your consciousness is everything. That is all that there is. And if your consciousness is conflicted right now, it will show up in your reality. My Saturn retrograde class has started. You have probably until probably about the 10th to register. If you are looking to do the work to transmute your energy and really get yourself into a new way of thinking and being, and you're ready to do the rituals, and you're ready to commit yourself, and you're ready to tell yourself the truth, you have to be ready to tell yourself the truth. Because here's the thing, it's not about me. I'm just a guide. I just create the environment and offer the tools for you to do your own work. That's all any teacher ever really is, honestly, right? I'm there doing the work with you. I'm also doing the work to heal my own trauma and consciousness and transform my own reality. But I am a conduit. I'm a conduit. So I create the space, I provide the tools, and if you are ready to hold yourself accountable and show up, this Saturn's retrograde class is going to be a really powerful way for us to do a lot. We won't have this again. Let me say this. We won't have Saturn retrograding in Aquarius for another 30 some years or so. It'll be a long time, right? And so if you are, here's what is available, because what's happening is our the ways that we have relied upon external power are going away. So what you have to do is let go of your ideas that somebody or something out there is coming, and begin to understand that it's internal. It's an internal thing. And so as you release the things, like I'll feel better when I have love. I'll feel better. All of these sort of things, or I need a job. All these sort of ways that we have externalized our power are dying. Externalized power is dying. And so if you have been externalizing power, you have to learn how to internalize your power. And this is a season for us to do it. And we won't have this again we won't ever have this again. We won't have Saturn and Aquarius for 30 something years though. And so what this is bringing is a way for you to identify with your higher self. It is giving you the codes to generate a relationship to your higher self so that you can recognize yourself as the authority in your own life. You have to create the codes, though, to do so. You have to create the thoughts, the behaviors, the patterns, the structures. And I provide the environment with the astrology to assist you in doing that. Nobody else is doing this work in the world. Nobody else is doing this work in the world. The way I do it is simple, it is accessible, and it is transformational, and it is healing. And it will change your life if you show up for yourself. If you show up for yourself, it will change your life. All right, you all. Peace and blessings. I'm the Moon Mama. Have a really beautiful day. Bye-bye.